A couple of years ago, I read a book called Edison's Eve, which is by an author named Gabby Wood. And it's about the history of automata, which are very complicated wind-up figures that could do amazing things like write or draw. And they were first invented right after clocks were first invented. And people would take the clockworks and gears, and instead of making clocks, would do these incredibly strange and complicated and whimsical machines. And in this book, Edison's Eve, I found out that George Méliès, the filmmaker, had a collection of these automata, and he loved them very much. And when he got older, he had made 500 movies in his lifetime during his career, but he ended up losing his money eventually. He lost his movie studio, and he couldn't afford to take care of his beloved automaton collection. And so he donated them to a local museum. And the museum promised to take care of them and put them on display, but they never did. And they put them up in the attic, and the roof leaked on them, and a beam fell on them, and they were all destroyed and thrown away. And when I read that, I imagined a kid climbing through the garbage and finding one of those broken machines and trying to rescue it. And as soon as I had that thought, it turns out I had what was the beginning of the invention of Hugo Cabret, even though at that moment I didn't know who the kid was. I didn't know why he was interested in machines. I didn't know what he was doing going through the garbage. And so I then spent a long time, about 2.5 years, figuring out the answers to all of those questions. And that became the story of the book, which is that Hugo is an orphan, and he lives secretly in the walls of the train station in Paris in the early 1930s. And he has this broken automaton that he's found, and he's trying desperately to fix it because he thinks that there is a message for him hidden within the clockworks of the machine from his father who died. And he thinks if he can just get the machine to work, that the machine will write the message from his father, and it will tell him what he should do with his life and rescue him. And then he meets this mean old toy maker in the train station, and the toy maker's goddaughter. And so the book is sort of two mysteries that interweave with each other. The first half of the book is a mystery about that machine and who made it and where it came from and the message that eventually comes from it. And the second half is a mystery involving the old man who's the toy maker and his history.